There are kisses he'll enjoy, and then there are kisses he'll never forget. The kind that leave him thinking about you when he's lying in bed at night. The kind that hit so deep they make him question what he's feeling and why he can't get you out of his head. If you've ever wanted to know how to kiss in a way that makes a man obsess with you, not just physically, but emotionally, this is the moment you've been waiting for. When we talk about kisses that make a man truly obsessed, we need to go deeper than just a physical sensation. Sure, anyone can learn how to kiss well in a technical sense. Soft lips, the right pressure, a little rhythm. But the truth is, the kind of kiss that stays in a man's mind, the one he can't stop thinking about, has very little to do with technique and everything to do with emotion. It's not about what your lips are doing. It's about what your kiss is saying and how it makes him feel in that moment. Think about this. Most people go through life experiencing kisses that are routine, empty, or expected. They happen because they're supposed to, not because something real is happening underneath. But the rare kiss, the one that makes a man stop in his tracks, is the kiss that carries emotion. That's the one that separates a fun fling from someone he can't stop thinking about. So what does emotional connection in a kiss actually look like? It's when a kiss happens, not because it's time to kiss, but because you've both been building toward that moment. Maybe you're sitting close, laughing at something only the two of you understand. There's a silence between jokes, and your eyes linger on his a little longer. That's not the moment to rush into something physical. That's the moment where emotional tension builds. When a kiss finally does happen in that space, it carries the weight of everything unspoken, and that's what makes it unforgettable. Men are far more emotionally driven than they're given credit for. They may not always express their emotions verbally, but they feel deeply when someone connects with them on a level that goes beyond surface attraction. A kiss can be the expression of that connection. If in that kiss he feels seen, appreciated, and desired, not just as a body but as a human being, that changes everything. It's no longer just a kiss. It's validation, it's intimacy, it's emotional nourishment. And that creates a kind of pull he won't even fully understand. Think back to moments in your own life where you felt something click with someone. Chances are it wasn't because they said the perfect thing or made some flawless move. It was because you felt something underneath their words or actions, something real. The same applies here. A kiss laced with real emotion is going to leave a lasting imprint because people are starved for real. When you bring genuine feeling into a kiss, you stand out in a world full of casual, disconnected interaction. Now here's where a lot of people go wrong. They think emotional connection means being intense or overly romantic. That's not what we're talking about. Emotional connection doesn't mean drama. It means presence. Being present in the moment, not rushing it, not trying to impress, just being there, fully engaged with that person. That's what makes someone feel like they're the only person in the world when you kiss them. It's not about roses and violins. It's about presence, attention, and intent. And the surprising thing, when you're emotionally connected, the kiss doesn't even have to be long. It could be a slow, gentle kiss on the cheek that lasts 1 second too long. It could be a short kiss on the lips followed by a look that says, "There's more where that came from." It's not about the length. It's about what that moment communicates. In a world where most people are moving fast, swiping, chasing instant gratification, emotional connection is rare, and what's rare is valuable. If a kiss with you makes a man feel something he hasn't felt in a long time, safety, excitement, comfort, desire, intimacy, he's going to want more of it. He won't just remember the way it felt on his lips. He'll remember the way it made him feel about himself. And if you can be the person who makes him feel alive, seen, and desired, all through a single kiss, you'll stay on his mind long after you walk away. There's something wildly powerful about a kiss that comes out of nowhere, not in a forceful or abrupt way, but in a moment so unexpected and spontaneous that it completely catches him off guard, in the best way possible. We live in a world where so many of our experiences are planned, scripted, and repeated, but desire thrives in the unpredictable. And when you introduce spontaneity into something as intimate as a kiss, you create a jolt of energy that lingers long after the moment has passed. Think about how routine most romantic interactions become. First date, polite kiss. Second date, maybe a longer one. Over time, these moments can start to feel more like steps in a dance than raw, real passion. But an unexpected kiss breaks that rhythm. It's like flipping the script in a moment where he thought he had the story figured out. And when the script gets flipped, people pay attention. Imagine you're walking together, maybe joking around or just enjoying a quiet moment. He says something that makes you laugh, or maybe there's a brief pause where the world feels still. In that moment, instead of letting it pass, you lean in and kiss him. Not in a rehearsed way, but like you just couldn't help yourself. That kiss, right there, has electricity. Because it's not about timing, it's about desire. It's you saying, without words, this moment feels right to me. And that's unforgettable. It's the surprise that makes it so powerful. Men are used to being the initiators. They're used to making the first move, or at least leading the physical progression. So when you take the initiative in an unexpected moment, it throws them in a good way. It signals confidence, it signals desire, and more importantly, it shows that you're in tune with how you feel and unafraid to act on it. That's magnetic. That's the kind of thing that sticks in someone's mind. But here's the thing, for a surprise kiss to really hit, the moment has to feel authentic. It's not about strategy or trying to be seductive in some artificial way. It's about sensing that spark between you and being bold enough to follow it. When a kiss happens naturally, born out of laughter, connection, or even a quiet glance, it lands with emotional impact. That impact is what makes a man feel something beyond just attraction. It creates a memory, and memories build obsession. Another reason unexpected kisses work so well is because they bypass overthinking. They're not about waiting for the perfect setting, the right mood, or a romantic song playing in the background. They happen in the middle of a joke, or while waiting for coffee, or during a conversation about something completely unrelated. That contrast, the ordinary moment suddenly interrupted by something intimate, makes it all the more intense. It turns the mundane into something unforgettable. Most importantly, when you kiss him unexpectedly, it shows you're not afraid to express what you feel. That boldness doesn't just make you stand out, it creates emotional tension. And tension is what keeps people hooked. Because if he's wondering when the next unexpected kiss might come, he'll stay curious, he'll stay interested, he'll start looking for clues, trying to anticipate you. And in doing so, he becomes more emotionally invested. Unexpected kisses spark curiosity, shake up expectations, and inject excitement into your dynamic. They don't follow the rules, and that's exactly why they work. There's something deeply attractive about a woman who kisses with confidence. It's not about being aggressive or overly dominant. It's about kissing like you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. That kind of presence creates a magnetic pull. It makes a man stop overthinking, drop his guard, and become completely wrapped up in the experience. Confidence, when expressed through something as intimate as a kiss, doesn't just grab his attention, it keeps it. A confident kiss tells a story. It says, I know what I want without you having to speak a single word. That unspoken energy creates safety and tension at the same time. On one hand, he feels grounded by your self-assuredness. On the other hand, that same confidence keeps him slightly off balance in the best way, wondering what you'll do next, how you feel, where this connection is going. And in that space of curiosity, desire builds. What most people don't realize is that confidence isn't about performance, it's about presence. It's about being fully in the moment, unbothered by doubts, not asking yourself whether he's enjoying it or second-guessing your every move. A confident kiss is slow when it needs to be slow, passionate when it needs to be intense, and completely in tune with the energy between you both. You're not trying to impress him, you're just expressing what you're feeling without holding back. That authenticity is what makes the kiss unforgettable. Insecurity is something most people can pick up on instantly, even if it's subtle. A kiss delivered with hesitation, with the energy of someone asking for approval or validation, creates a disconnect. It can feel like there's a layer between you, like you're holding back something. On the flip side, when you kiss him like you already know he wants you, like you're not asking for permission but instead inviting him into your world, it shifts everything. It flips a switch in him that says, this woman is rare, she's not chasing me, she's choosing me. Men are drawn to women who know their value, and one of the clearest expressions of that value is how you touch him, how you look at him, and yes, how you kiss him. A confident woman doesn't need to overdo it. She doesn't need dramatic gestures or excessive passion to prove something. She can kiss softly and still create fireworks because the energy behind that kiss is strong. It's deliberate, and it's filled with meaning. There's also something uniquely powerful about initiating the kiss yourself. A lot of women hold back, waiting for the man to make the first move, afraid of being too forward. But confidence is not about taking control for the sake of control. It's about owning your experience. If you feel the moment is right, lean in, kiss him like it's the most natural thing in the world. That quiet certainty sends a signal he can't ignore. It tells him you're not trying to get him, you're already secure in yourself, and that's what makes him want to come closer. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When you kiss with confidence, you actually make him feel more confident too. You give him permission to let go of his own self-doubt, to stop wondering if he's doing it right or if he's impressing you. Your energy sets the tone. When you show up fully, he feels safe to do the same. That mutual openness creates a level of intimacy that's rare. And when something is rare, it becomes unforgettable. Sometimes, the most confident kiss is the one that comes after eye contact, that lingers just a second too long. Or the kiss that happens mid-conversation, without hesitation. It's not about being perfect. It's about being bold enough to stop filtering yourself. That raw, unapologetic energy is what stays in a man's mind long after the moment ends. Kissing with confidence doesn't require any special technique. It's not about how many people you've kissed or how good you think you are. It's about showing up fully, trusting yourself, and being okay with whatever the moment brings. When you do that, the kiss becomes more than physical. It becomes a reflection of your strength, your softness, and your self-worth, all wrapped into one. Some kisses do more than create a spark. They tell a story. They hold weight. They mean something beyond the physical act itself. When a woman kisses with emotion, when she lets her feelings show through that one moment of intimacy, it leaves a lasting impression on a man. He doesn't just remember the feel of her lips. He remembers the way the kiss made him feel seen, understood, wanted, or even safe. And in a world where so many interactions feel shallow and forgettable, that kind of emotional communication is rare, and it's exactly what makes it powerful. A kiss that communicates depth doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't require any perfect words beforehand or some slow-motion movie moment. It could be a gentle, lingering kiss on the forehead after an intense conversation, or a soft, reassuring kiss on the lips when he's feeling vulnerable. Or maybe it's a passionate, meaningful kiss after you've just shared something deeply personal. These kisses act as emotional punctuation marks. They say the things that words often can't quite capture. One of the most powerful things about this kind of kiss is that it creates a sense of emotional intimacy. Most people are used to kissing as part of a script: meet, flirt, kiss. But when a kiss is wrapped in emotion, it breaks that pattern. It feels personal. It feels unique. It becomes about more than attraction. It becomes a reflection of the emotional bond that's growing between you. And when a man feels that kind of emotional depth in a kiss, It activates something deeper inside him. It makes him feel like he's found someone who's not just physically close, but emotionally available too. Sometimes what makes a kiss so emotionally charged isn't just the moment itself, but what it represents. Maybe you're kissing him after a long day, and in that moment you're not just giving affection, you're giving comfort. Maybe he's opening up about something painful, and your kiss tells him, "I'm here, you're not alone." Or maybe it's a kiss in the middle of laughter and connection, where your eyes lock and you both feel a flood of emotion. That kiss says this is real, and real moments are what make people obsessed, because they're so rare. You also have to consider timing. A kiss that carries depth often comes when it's least expected emotionally, like during a tender or vulnerable exchange. That contrast between emotional openness and physical closeness makes the moment hit harder. And when a man feels emotionally connected during a kiss, it ties the feeling of desire to something much more meaningful. It's not just about chemistry anymore. It's about connection. And connection is what leads to obsession. Men are often starved of emotional expression. Society rarely encourages them to be vulnerable, to talk openly, or to lean into their emotions. So when you kiss a man in a way that reflects emotional depth, you give him something he might not even know he's been missing. It might be subtle, a soft hand on his cheek, the way you breathe into him when your foreheads touch, or just the look in your eyes right before your lips meet his. But those moments say everything. And they land with incredible force because they speak directly to his heart, not just his body. There's also something very powerful about matching your energy to his. If he's feeling excited, your kiss can meet that energy with joyful passion. If he's feeling low, your kiss can be slower, more comforting. That emotional responsiveness shows that you're in tune with him, that you're not just kissing out of routine or desire, but because you feel what he's feeling. That kind of awareness creates a bond, and when someone feels emotionally seen and matched, they begin to crave that connection more and more. What you say with your kiss is just as important, if not more, than how you kiss. A kiss that communicates, "I trust you, I respect you," or "I care about you deeply," will echo in his mind far longer than a technically perfect kiss ever could. And that emotional imprint is what turns a simple moment into something unforgettable. That's what keeps him thinking about you, wondering about you, wanting more of you. Because when your kiss speaks directly to his emotions, he doesn't just remember how you kissed, he remembers how you made him feel. There's a kind of kiss that lingers in a man's mind, not because of how it starts, but because of how it ends. The one that leaves him leaning in for more, only to find that it's already over. That's the power of the pull-away. It's a moment of intentional restraint, a brief withdrawal just as things are heating up, and it creates a wave of anticipation that sticks with him long after your lips have left his. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding human psychology and how attraction thrives on tension, mystery, and just a hint of denial. People often think passion is built by constantly adding more touch, more intensity, more time. But the truth is, sometimes the most powerful desire comes from the moment something is taken away. When a kiss ends a little sooner than expected, it leaves a space. That space is where his imagination starts working overtime. He starts wondering what it would have felt like if it had lasted longer. He starts craving that next kiss before he's even realized it, and that craving is what makes him obsessed. The pull-a-moo works because it introduces uncertainty in a very controlled way. Most kisses follow a predictable rhythm. You lean in, it builds, it stays there until someone pulls back because the moment has run its course. But when you break that rhythm by pulling away right as the energy peaks, you're creating a new pattern, one that keeps him on his toes. He doesn't get the full payoff, and that's exactly why he can't stop thinking about it. It's also a form of confidence. Pulling away, especially when everything in the moment feels charged, shows that you're in control of yourself and the situation. You're not rushing toward instant gratification. You're letting him know that you're not afraid to create space, that you're comfortable with desire and know how to build it. That quiet kind of power is incredibly attractive. It's not about manipulation, it's about awareness. You're aware of the effect you're having, and you're not afraid to let that effect build. What makes this so effective is the way it plays into anticipation. Human brains are wired to respond to anticipation more intensely than the actual experience itself. That moment right before the kiss or right before it could deepen is often the most emotionally charged. By pulling away in that moment, you freeze that emotional high and let it simmer in his mind. It's the equivalent of pausing a movie right before the climax. He's left hanging, emotionally invested, waiting for what comes next. And this doesn't just apply to physical kisses. The concept of the pull-away can exist in the moments leading up to or following the kiss. For example, imagine you're kissing him, things are heating up, and then you slowly back away, look him in the eyes and smile. Not in a teasing way, but like you know exactly what you're doing. That pause, that breath, that stillness, it says everything. It says, I could keep going, but I don't need to. I'm in control. That kind of energy stays with him. It keeps him wanting more, not just physically, but emotionally too. The beauty of the pull-a-bow is that it invites pursuit. It creates space for him to step in and close the gap, to chase, to engage. When done with intention and subtlety, it makes him feel like he's discovering something exciting, something he doesn't quite have full access to yet. And people naturally value what they have to reach for more than what's handed to them too easily. When you give just enough to stir emotion, but hold back just enough to keep mystery, you create a balance that drives desire. This is not about withholding affection, it's about pacing the emotional experience so that every moment feels earned and meaningful. A kiss that ends just a heartbeat too soon makes the next one more powerful. It builds momentum over time. And that emotional buildup is what keeps a man mentally replaying moments with you. It's not that he didn't get enough, it's that what he got was so good, he can't wait to experience it again. And the fifth, the pull-away, builds anticipation so powerfully that it stays in his mind long after it's over. When you use these kisses with authenticity and intention, not to manipulate, but to express real connection, you create an emotional experience he can't forget. Because in the end, it's not about the kiss itself, it's about how it makes him feel. And if your kiss leaves him feeling wanted, desired, seen, and even a little bit breathless, you'll become the woman he can't stop thinking about.